part of me was in shock and sort of closing down, no sleep. But the other half of me was like, I need to survive. And I was, Googling what's unexplained death in childhood, and just felt that I needed to speak to other people who'd gone through the same thing. So I was not going to rest until I'd actually spoken to someone that had gone through the same thing as us. I sat with Rex in my arms for probably 2 hours thinking, this is just unbelievable. I have to make something good come out of this tragedy for me, but also the family and all the, other grandparents, siblings, uncles, aunts, everyone. Well, both the Lullaby Trust and SUDC Foundation put us in contact with the different people who'd gone through the same thing. So that's 2 families in the UK who I spoke to. And one of them was raising money for a first study at Great Ormond Street, looking into sudden unexplained death in childhood. So that really helped me focus in those beginning days of thinking, okay, what can I do? Raise money for the first study into sudden unexplained death. And instead of asking people for flowers, I said, please donate whatever you can to this first study. And that kept me really busy. And it went viral basically, and we managed to raise, a substantial amount of money. And the Great Ormond Street study is going ahead now and should be published in September. It's a retrospective study, so it's looking at lots of postmortems of, up to, I think it's 900 children unexpected deaths, and so that they can, compare them all. So hopefully, similarities will come out, and they'll start trying to understand what triggers there are, and hopefully that will help us be able to predict it, and then eventually, one day, prevent it. Definitely meeting other parents who've gone through exactly the same as us. So losing a child over one. I went to a conference in America run by the SUDC Foundation recently, and they ran a scientific day, a medical conference, and a family day. I've never been in a room with 100 parents who've lost a child, and the energy changed. It's not that it was really depressing, it was just surreal in the fact that we'd all gone through this horrendous, life-changing thing, and it suddenly became very emotional. We all had these little tea lights, and we'd all designed our own votive tea light, and we walked to the front and said our child's name, and it had been a really sort of happy, joyous occasion beforehand, and then you saw these parents coming back and in floods of tears, and just the atmosphere. I don't think I'll ever be, hopefully never be, in a room with 100 parents who've all lost a child, but it just goes to show we all had little badges of our child on us, and people will come up and say, "You're Rex's mummy." And I haven't been called Rex's mummy for 2 years, and that is so special that you're not Camilla, you're Rex's mummy, and same, I can recognise their child, and their life lives on through what you're doing, I suppose. And you've got those friends across the whole world, some from Australia, America, Canada, Europe. It's incredible, the network now. So we're stronger together.